Okay, Mr. McCarthy, you want to open things up?
August 14th work session, all members present.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning, David. Peter, we have site plans?
We do.
We'll start with those.
Sure. Good morning, Peter Hans, Planning Director. We have 4 site plans this afternoon for the board to consider, acting as the Board of Site Plan Review, several of which are fairly significant. The first one, we've got the 2 display boards over here. This is called the Lofts at Maple and Main, south side of Main Street, west of Maple Avenue, also right outside our front window, formerly the Nassau-Suffolk lumber site. This consists of the construction of 4 3-story buildings consisting of 9,416 square feet of retail space with 62 accessory apartment units. Recommending approval with 13 conditions. The applicant has agreed to the conditions. I'm not sure, does the board want me to go through the conditions?
Usually they're
I
normal
read
unless
them
there's
all.
something that is
I've
not.
read them. Does anybody need to go through them?
Okay.
I think we're okay.
All right, but there's the 3 buildings to the south of the south end of the property. These are residential only. One of the significant things is the property's CB zoned. It's not RMGA zoning, so they're only being approved as accessory apartments, and the accessory to a commercial use. So hence the first floor of this building fronting Main Street, Town Hall is right here, is a commercial component. So one of the conditions on there, again, the applicant has agreed to it. That's why we're requesting that this building be built first before anything else, because these are being approved as an accessory to the commercial component. This is a sewer treatment plant. When you say sewer treatment plant, it's nothing significant. It's like what they have at the Landing Avenue Apartments, like a chroma glass system. It'll be screened from view. It's been a long time in the making. It's been to the Board of Zoning Appeals, the Town Board, and it's ready for site plan approval.
Peter, the main building that we're doing first,
That's the architecture.
With the commercial, there's going to be apartments above that as well?
Correct. If you look at the rendering, the first floor is retail space, and then the 2 floors above are apartments.
And that's off Main Street, a number of feet?
It's set back about 30 feet.
30 feet?
We wanted it not too close to the road. You know, if you want outdoor dining for restaurants or things like that.
Can they
Okay.
put a restaurant there? Is there enough with that sewer?
Hopefully, that was one of our concerns, is that they not put too many apartments, that they use up all of the sanitary flow for the apartments.
So that is not going to connect to the existing commercial buildings that are right across from Town Hall?
So that,
But that's going to be set further back. There are,
right.
you know where those?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Mr. DiCarlo has purchased the corner building as well, where the barber shop is and the musicology.
Okay.
So that's a separate application, and that did go to the Board of Zoning Appeals, and he's supposed to renovate and redo the facade to match this building. So we will be going from the Gallo Kitchens building to the corner eventually with a unified look.
So then we'll bring that, that'll be commercial, but then when we put
Apartments?
on the top?
Yes. There's existing apartments in the corner building, above the, I don't know what it is now, it used to be You Are Busted.
Dance studio.
Right. And then the musicology building was approved for an addition to go up as well.
Does that building,
That's a
is
one-story
that going
building.
to tie into the new building? Are they going to physically connect them? Or is
They
it
will
gonna
be
a
separated, but
standalone?
they will be butting up to
Close.
each other.
Okay.
Yes.
And those
There's no connection between the buildings.
those apartments are also 55 or older, or how much, what kind of apartments? 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom?
No, well, I'd have to look at the floor plans, but it's a mixture.
Combination.
Yeah.
But 55 and older?
No, there's no
No,
age.
there's no age restriction on
On
these.
any of them?
No.
Oh,
Which is
What
good.
was the other one you were showing me?
The other project, which we have next in Comac, is 55 and over. And
I don't know if you know the answer, but
6 of these units will be affordable to
And what's
comply with
affordable?
Long Island workforce housing.
What did they say is affordable?
Well, it's still pretty high, but it's 110% of the median income of the area. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Any other questions on,
10% of the median.
Is he finished with Board of
well,
Health
the
yet?
state made that up.
Or is he still in the process?
He has conceptual approval, otherwise he wouldn't have gotten the secret to get this far.
Okay,
Whether he has a permit, probably not. He'll need that in order to get the building permits.
okay. That's forthcoming. I talked to, Board of Health I've been assured we'll work on that in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
Guess that-
Um, I guess I'll move on to
Yep.
TDG.
Okay?
Liam's gonna do the Vanna routine here.
10%.
The next application is TDG Comac, south side of Jericho Turnpike, 11,050 feet east of Mayfair Terrace. This is currently, I believe, the Comfort Inn. It's a dated motel up on top of the hill, opposite the Northgate Shopping Center and next to the Tudor Time. This had been before the town board as a zone change to RMGA probably about a year ago. After that, it went to the Board of Zoning Appeals. And this complex will consist of 98 dwelling units, a sewer treatment plant with a pool. It involves the demolition of the existing structures. We're recommending approval with the 6 conditions, applicable permits from the building department, the highway work permit from New York State DOT, tree preservation fencing prior to construction, some landscape modifications, and some light pole and signage modifications. The applicant is in agreement with the conditions. A secra is, I believe the secra was already adopted at the last town board meeting, so this one's ready to go.
How many buildings? 4?
This is, I believe, 7 buildings.
7 buildings?
7 buildings.
2 stories?
This is 2
And
stories,
the 55 and older?
55 and over.
7.
There's 98 units.
98.
Yeah, they coded it, so.
And they
It has
came
to be like
down.
that.
Originally, there was 104 units
Coded
proposed.
twice in 7 buildings.
Okay.
Fire code or something? Catches on fire. they don't-
It could be private.
Let's go Verizon.
Oh, so it happens.
Not a cell tower.
This is an easy
one.
This is an easy one. Yeah, well, this is what we try to promote. So this is Verizon, St. James Shopping Center, north side of North Country Road, that's 25A, 1,400 feet east of Edgewood Avenue in St. James. This is a Tier 2 cell site to install 6-panel antennas within a new cupola. If you look at the building, there's already a cupola on the building. It went to the planning board, so basically what they're doing is just modifying the cupola to house the antenna panels, so
Antennas on the interior?
in the cupola, so you really should know that they're there, and this is what we encourage.
Where's the cupola? Where's that?
This building here, these photos. If you look, this is the existing cupola, so they're putting a taller cupola. Vintage Steakhouse is, I
Oh,
believe,
it's
next
on the
door.
other
Next
side,
to it, yes.
okay. Never noticed that.
Hopefully you still don't.
Yeah, no,
That's why it's going in the cupola.
Yeah.
Hopefully you still don't notice.
Yeah.
Just past where you have Vintage Steakhouse,
Yeah.
it's the next big Rose Stores there.
Starbucks. And the last application we have is a couple doors down. This is the former Bank of Smithtown. West side North Country Road, north of Edgewood Avenue. Change of use from a bank to counter service restaurant. They're actually going to be demolishing roughly 1,400 square feet of that building to accommodate the drive-through lane on the north side of the building. They currently have a drive-through lane that the bank utilized, however, for the Starbucks, which was a primary concern when it was in the Board of Zoning Appeals, was that the queuing would back out to 25A. So what they're doing is a double staggered queue, and to accommodate that, they're actually reducing the building. So basically from this column north, this is going to be demolished, and you'll have a double drive-through lane coming along the north side of the building to accommodate the double queue.
And then the whole building is Starbucks, huh?
Whole building Starbucks.
Wow.
Recommending approval with the 6 conditions. The applicant's.
They didn't want to use the rear? The bank was
That's where
in the
the
back of
They
the
do.
teller?
The drive-up window is in the rear of the building, and it will
Okay.
remain there.
You're gonna queue two lanes of cars.
Right.
They're just taking some of the east side of the building off.
Yeah, I don't know if this better explains, but the pickup window is in the rear.
Oh,
Menu
okay.
board is approximately here. So what they're doing is, this is the current drive-through. They're going to widen it so they can accommodate a double row, and this also acts as a bypass around it. The curb in the rear actually comes back to here, so the homeowner to the rear will actually get a larger buffer.
How many vehicles will they be able to park there?
I believe there's about 40 parking stalls on here. Let's see.
That's a pretty quick drive-through.
18.
Yeah,
29,
Dunkin' Donuts.
yeah, 35.
Donuts is right across the street. Do they sell hot sandwiches and things like that at Starbucks? Or is this
I believe
basically-
so.
I don't know. I think those are-
Any
Okay.
other questions?
We're, no.
Okay.
We are still working on CarMax, correct?
We are. We had a
Okay.
meeting yesterday, perhaps for the next meeting.
We're
back
done.
and forth.
Basically, it's just some minor
Okay.
issues with the environmental.
Yes,
All right.
so,
Peter, thank you.
sure, thank you.
Mr. McCarthy, thank you for working on his land use issues here. Good job.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Okay. I have a couple things and then I have some executive. Let's start. You all received the information, I assume, from the St. James Chamber lodging a complaint. We have, Matt's office sent a letter to St. James Civic referencing their last affair at Summer Nights, just simply indicating that they will have to abide by all conditions in the original permit.
What did they do?
They parked some, I guess, some food truck vendors and whatnot back out on the street, which they're not supposed to. But I think the chamber, I believe, indicated to me they're satisfied with our response. We're just letting them know you have one more. A week from tomorrow, you have to abide by all the conditions, and then we'll reassess it next year. So that's gone out. Some good news, the 2 parcels of property in Kings Park for the municipal parking. We're still in good shape with the county funding that. The owner finally has capitulated and called Mr. Jakubowski and said he's willing to sell, so Matt's going into contract. He's drawing up the contract now. Simultaneously, the county should be voting on the funding, and then we'll get county funding to buy that property, and possibly constructing the lot as well. So that's going to be a big help to the business district. So takes care of that. Lynn, you want to talk about St. James, correct?
Some of it I think maybe should be in executive.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's-
That's what I have. What I have remaining myself is strictly specific personnel and contractual agreements for executive session. Good?
This personnel.
Lynn?
Yeah, that's fine.
Mr. Longman?
Executive session.
Ms. Ingersoll? Okay. Can I move to go into executive?
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. So, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, I move to close executive session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And I move to close the work session for today.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.